This is the XFML.
The Cork Titans with Rui Patricio, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Joel Matip, Nathan Ake and Reece James, De Bruyne and Rodri in the deep midfield with Shaqiri, Hudson-Odoi in the attacking midfield role with Sane and Aubameyang up front. The Distillery had Lloris in goal, Doherty, Lovren, Van Dijk and Mendy at the back. Christensen behind Kovacic and Barkley, with Ozil and Jota on the wings and Tammy Abraham up front, facing the injured Roberto Firmino. After a loss last week for Aberdeen, they really want to bounce back and get the big victory here against the Cork team who, we think they're probably out of the running. They definitely need the 3 points this week to have a chance of staying in the playoff race. It's a tough place to go though, Cork. I mean, they're heartbroken last week with another late defeat. See if they can come back this week as Dejan Lovren finds Matt Doherty. Back with Lovren, and he's on its way with Virgil van Dijk out left to Benjamin Mendy. Mendy down the wing to Diego Jota. He gets past his defender easily, but Rodri heads it clear, only as far as Kovacic. Kovacic drives and shoots wide. Corner from Shaqiri. That's headed goalwards and it's tapped in by Rodri. Is he offside? He's not. It'll count. Rodri scores. Shaqiri's corner was headed goalwards by Nathan Ake, and Rodri, I think it was going in anyway, but he made sure of it, and it's 54 minutes on the clock. Cork Titans 1, Aberdeen Distillery 0. Lovren finds Tammy Abraham and Mesut Ozil with Kovacic, Matt Doherty and Lovren. Lucas Moura drives, Moura shoots, it's saved by Patricio. Tierney, Mesut Ozil, Kieran Tierney, deep cross, headed away, only as far as Kovacic, but this time Rodri picks up and there's a counter-attack on here with Leroy Sane. There's 3-on-2, if Sane can pick the right pass, he doesn't need to pass, he goes past the man, Leroy Sane, it's saved, the other man with the open goal, Hudson-Odoi or Aubameyang, I can't quite see which one it was. They should have put it away there, Cork, and we know what's happened to them in the past. Kovacic tackled well by Hudson-Odoi and he clears, but that's picked up by Lovren, and now Kieran Tierney. Cross from Tierney, headed away by Ake. Matt Doherty, they come again, Aberdeen, looking for this equaliser. Kieran Tierney down the left, he plays it inside to Ross Barkley. Barkley shoots, oh what a goal! Ross Barkley to the rescue! 84th minute, Tierney teed him up, one touch out of his foot, he took it round the defender and smashed it home from 20 yards, no chance for the keeper, really probably should have been closed down a bit better. There's Lloris. We're in the 90th minute, Cork's least favourite time of the game, and Ake loses out to Lucas Moura. Moura driving forward, surely not, as Luke Shaw makes that tackle. It can't be Luke Shaw because he plays for someone else. Here's Lucas Moura driving into the box. Moura, he smashed it wide. Great chance. The Titans will be watching these highlights just wishing for full time, I imagine, as they've seen it happen so many times this season. And Moura's in again, Lucas Moura, and again he hits the side netting. A couple of chances for Moura in the stoppage time, but he couldn't put either away today. Cork probably deserved more from that game, as Aberdeen, one of their poorest performances of recent times, but a Ross Barkley special grabbed them a point after Rodri's goal. We finished with the Pelicans against the Presidents. Pelicans have Kepa in goal, Dallo, Zuma, Maguire and Sidibe at the back, Kante, Madison and Decore in the midfield three, with Mane and Ali behind Jesus, a regular lineup we've come to see from them. Presidents with Leno in goal, Fabinho, Lindelof, Sacco and Vertonghen at the back, Matinho and David Silva in midfield, with Pedro, Sigurdsson and Felipe Anderson behind Sergio Aguero, the main man up front. Presidents look to keep their winning run going after a nice victory away at Dudley Bay last week, whereas Galley Bay suffered defeat to Devon, but back at home they've been very strong this season, and a victory here I think we'll see them leapfrog Aberdeen after that point and get back into that third playoff spot as Kinloch and Devon start to put a bit of distance between themselves and the fourth spot in the league. So a big game here in the Caribbean. It's Galley Bay versus DC, and say the Presidents, I think they got 5 points to make up with 4 points with 5 games to go, or 5 points with 4 games to go. Can't remember off the top of my head. As Dele Alli brings the ball forward, and he finds Diego Dallo. Infield is Sadio Mane and Dallo, and Jesus, it's got in. Jesus will claim it, I think. It took a deflection and run through the keeper, but Gabriel Jesus is claiming that one. It was on target, 6 yards out, hit the defender, and it goes right past the keeper. Bernd Leno had no chance in goal. Defence really should have made it tighter, but after 7.5 minutes, it's Galley Bay 1-0 up. Gabriel Jesus has Madison with the corner, and it's 2-0 now. It's Olivier Dacour. No, it's not a goal. It's been ruled out anyway. And I think Olivier Dacour used to play for Leeds in the sort of around the turn of the century. This is Abdoulaye Dacour, I think it is. But Harry Maguire's been blown up for affecting the goalkeeper there, so it doesn't count anyway. Here's James Maddison, and that's a penalty to Galley Bay. Jan Vertonghen pushes Jesus over. You slow it down. Madison's cross in. I mean, he looked like he just stood there and Jesus ran into the back of him. But the ref's given the penalty anyway, and it'll be a chance for 2-0. And it'll be, is it James Maddison, the North penalty taker? It is, to put the game away. That's a great penalty, bottom corner, no chance for Leno, and with 7 minutes to go, you think it's a long way back for DC now, considering they haven't created anything in the first 83 minutes. And his home form for Galley Bay looks to be continuing as Harry Maguire goes all the way back to Kepa. Zuma, now Dyer, Madison, Eric Dyer switches wide. Here's Willian off the bench. Willian drives into the box. Willian shoots. It's saved by Leno. Madison with a deep free kick. It's a nice ball in. It's cleared. And here's Aguero breaking out from his own half. I think he's decided he wasn't getting enough of the ball, so he's gone back to get it himself in his own penalty area. He crosses in, and Maguire clears that one away. And Mane. Now Sidebe. Crossfield ball finds Dallo, and now it's a counter attack as Diego Dallo finds Willian. Some sort of coming together in the middle of the field as someone was on the deck, but Willian finds N'Golo Kante. Now Dallo, now Dyer, Kante, Madison, Kante. This attack slowed down a bit, but patience, you're 2-0 up. And Sidebe finds Mane. Great save by Leno, denying Sadio Mane yet another goal this season. As Madison takes the resulting corner. That's headed away as far as Willian. And that's full time. It's finished. Galley Bay 2, Durham County 0. Pretty convincing victory for Galley Bay there, as they've convincingly seen off the Presidents. Jesus and a James Madison penalty with the goals. Final score, Galley Bay 2, Durham County 0. The XFML. Cork Titans 1, Aberdeen Distillery 1. Galley Bay Pelicans 2, Durham County Presidents 0. Kinloch Coyotes 1, Dudley Bay Biscuits 0. Newsman Celtic 1, Devon Dementors 2. Not a lot in the news today. The big news coming there at the bottom. Georgie Wijnaldum given a 2-game further ban for his red card last week after the disciplinary committee met. We come into the injury news. Socrates is out for 2 or 3 weeks for Dudley Bay. Bernardo Silva is given the all clear for Devon in the big news there. Dion Donkor will miss maybe a game or 2 for Cork. We look at the table. Kinloch with 21 points, Devon with 20. There's a bit of a gap back to Galley Bay with 16 points in that last playoff spot, with Aberdeen on 15. Newsman 12, Dudley Bay 11, Durham County 10 and Cork 9. A lot to do there for the bottom 2 or 3 teams definitely. Kinloch and Devon, maybe one more victory could get them into the playoffs. Looking ahead to next week, the big game is at the top. is the Single Castle Arena as Kinloch travel up to take on Aberdeen in a big game there. A victory for Kinloch would almost definitely assure them a playoff space. Dudley Bay take on Newsman, with you think the winners there putting themselves right back in the hunt for third. Durham County look to stay in the race as they host second place Devon. Galley Bay can put the final nail in Cork's coffin and keep themselves up in the third place with a victory at home where they've been so strong all season. We'll see you next week on the XFML. Stay home, stay safe.